if you own an xTool laser, you already know one of the most frustrating parts isn't the machine itself. It's actually trying to dial in the settings. You want to make something and instead you're burning through scraps trying to guess the right power and speed. And every machine and every material behaves a little bit differently. It actually depends a lot on what's going on inside your machine. So even when you do find numbers, they don't always work. But today I'm going to show you a free tool that helps to fix that. It is going to cut down on the guessing. You tell it your xTool machine, your material, and it's going to hand you tested laser settings. So you can stop guessing and start making right away. Let me show you exactly how this works. By the way, did I mention it's totally free? Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing you how to get to the laser settings finder. So this lives on Silhouette U, and there are several laser tools, and these are all free that you can use. You do not need to be a member to use them. So this is the laser settings finder right here. I will tell you that if you go to under support and then laser engraving, you can find it there, or you can go up to all free tools and you will find it there as well. Okay, so once you're here on the laser settings finder tool, what you're going to see is that you've got a lot of options. Now, we do ask that you put your email in just so that we can say, hey, here you can bookmark this. Here's some other free tools that we have. So go ahead and enter that. That unlocks it. Okay, now, what this is going to do is give you a ton of options. So you can put in all of these different types of materials. You can put in any type of laser. You can adjust the power. You can adjust the thickness. You can tell it the type of cut that you want to do. There's a lot of different options here. And I'm going to go through some of them and some examples. As you can see, we do also have an advanced laser settings tool that's unlocked if you decide to join. Okay, well, let me just show you how this works. So let's say you have an xTool P2 laser. Now, xTool P2 is not necessarily listed here. It's the newer, or it's the older model of the P2S, but that's not a problem because it's still 55 watts. And I will tell you that I spent a lot of time building this tool. This tool has so much background info in the tool itself that's how it's generating the actual results for you. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure that you put the actual wattage. So if you pick this and you have the P3 and you don't change this to 80, you're not going to get accurate results. So let me show you. All right. Let's start with something like basswood. That's something that a lot of people cut. And if you don't cut it correctly, you can get charring. So I want to pick that. I'm going to tell it that I want to cut all the way through, and I'm just going to put 3 in for the millimeters. Okay. And then we'll click find my start settings, find my starting point, excuse me. So it's telling me I should set my settings in xTool Studio, as 100 power and 30 speed with 1 pass, and that should work. And it's telling me why, right? It's telling us that it pulled directly from the tested settings, okay? Now, it's also saying that this is a starting point. And it is, because if you have air assist on, if you have a fan that's dirty, if you have a laser that's dirty, things like that can all affect how you are cutting. But that is the starting point. Now, let's go back up here and adjust this to 80, because now we have, let's say we're using our P3. Watch how these settings change when I tell it that I want to find a new settings. Do you see that? Now it went to 44 speed, because the higher power means you don't need to sit on an area that you are laser cutting for as long, right? Because it has more power, so you can go faster. That's one of the benefits of having a higher wattage laser. Now let's switch this to a diode, okay? And obviously that is not a 80 watt machine. It's going to automatically put it down to 10. But if you have, let's say you have the 20 wattage version of the of the M2, you can adjust that. And I'm going to keep it on the same material just so you can see how this changes. Now, do you see how this is what I was just talking about? The speed got reduced because it's a lower power laser, which means it needs to sit in a spot longer in order to cut through. Okay. All right. Now let's switch this to something like acrylic. All right. And it's asking, what color are we going to be using? So let's just say that we're going to be using clear or transparent. I have it set as my diode because I'm hoping I can do that. It's going to tell me you can't actually cut clear, okay? And this is why. And it's giving you all of the, not only that it can't do it, it's not going to give you settings because it's not possible to do. If you've ever tried to cut acrylic with a diode laser, which you can try certain colors, it chews it up, okay? And it does tell you here, this is telling you, you may get melted edges even with dialed in settings, but here's what you can try, okay? And then we recommend other CO2 lasers that will do it. Now, let's go up here and tell it that we want to do, let's just go back to something like leather. And we want to engrave this time. Okay, and the leather is, I'm just going to put it down to 2. I'm going to put this to 10 and find my starting point. Whoops, we reached the daily limit. Okay, so what that means is on the free tool, you can use it up to 5 times in a day. Okay, you can find your settings 5 different times. So do make sure that you are saving them when you're using them. Now, I will tell you, if you join, and I'm going to show you what the advanced one looks like. I don't need to actually join because I'm obviously already a member since I own this website. So I'm going to show you what the advanced tool looks like. And this is obviously just one of the benefits of Silhouette U. But down here we have the advanced settings finder. Now, it looks similar. But what you'll notice is you don't need to put your email in. We already know who you are. And there's no limitation. And on top of that, you have the ability to put in your own custom material. Okay, so it's not listed. I'm doing something else. My item is 1 millimeter. I'm using my 40 watt diode. Let's see what it says. It's telling me how to dial it in. Okay. All right. So let's do one more thing. I just want to show you. Let's say we're gonna try to engrave rubber, and it's 1 millimeter. And actually, this is optional. You don't even have to put this in. Okay. So let's say that you're getting bad results, right? It's not, your engraving on your leather is too light or too faint. It's telling you what to do, how to adjust your settings. If your engraving is too light or faint, slow down. Obviously, speed. Let the beam dwell longer. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, meaning you want the laser itself to sit on a spot longer. So you're going to adjust this first before you do anything with the power. If that doesn't work, then you can raise the power. And it's saying you can raise the power as a second lever, but not the first. All right. Okay. Now, if you have other issues, let's say you're cutting acrylic and you're getting those chewed up edges or just rough edges, it's again telling you the diode wavelength on acrylic is not what it's really made and meant for. Okay, and then you've got some other options telling you how to run a test grid. And this, while I did say at the beginning, I think that this is for xTool, if you have other lasers, you can certainly use this as well. Okay, so that is just one of the benefits of Silhouette U. We do actually, while I'm here, just very quickly, I'm just going to show you the other tools that we have for lasers so that you can take advantage of them. And actually, I'm going to sign out so that I'm showing it to you as a non-member. Let me just find that, all tools. Okay, so if you're still trying to decide which laser to buy, we have a laser buying tool. So let's just say we want to do acrylic. Yes, I need to do clear. I have a very small space and my budget is around $2,000. I'd rather stay to that. This is telling me your closest match is the Flux BMO, which I will say, I have a Flux BMO, and it is a great CO2 laser for a small space and a small budget. It's a really good option. So you can actually compare this in our other tool. So you want to look at the Flux BMO, and let's say you want to compare that to the xTool P2, and you can compare the two. Okay, and it does it side by side. So these are the 3 tools that we have for free for laser users, a buying guide, a comparison tool, and then obviously that settings finder. So what I'm going to do is I will put all of the links directly to these tools and to Silhouette U in the description below. I will also pin a comment so that you can more easily find them. Obviously, these tools are just one of the things that we offer on Silhouette U. I do offer one-on-one same-day support. We have 4 different types of support. You can, look around the website, but basically live chat, personalized email that's only for members, a members only Facebook group, and then live Q&A sessions that we offer. And then we have a huge video library, over 700 videos, and you can sort, based on the category that you're interested in. But as a member, you have full access to all items in the library. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out.